Hi, everybody. I actually started to use a new apps. It's because I was looking for an app that I can use to share my screen as well. And so I found these apps and I'm learning how to use it. So just bear with me for a while. It's all okay. It's all good. The only thing here is that I cannot see your comments and I cannot see who are here. So that's the only thing that is a bit difficult for me because I'm not sure who is actually here in this live and who's not. So I'm not sure who I'm talking to. So if I can't see, I'll just continue because I'm not sure who's in and who's not. All right. So hello. We are here now. So we are here now back on our usual Wednesday and Friday group about targeted job search. So last Wednesday, I mean this Wednesday was more on the why. What happened was that I was intending to use screen share, but the app hanged when I tried to share it. So that's why I couldn't share my screen. So I was intending to do a re-recording of that maybe in this weekend. Let's see if that happens. If this works well, I'll be using this particular app, or else I'll need to go and find other apps as well. Right. So today we will be concentrating, or we will be focusing more on resume. As you can see today, it's about the how. Since we spoke about the what, um, and we talk about our passion and purpose for the why, and the next session will be all on how. So after you have decided for a career change, after you have decided to move, and you have got your targeted job search, what is the next step and what you need to do, so that we will be covering on the in the upcoming month, in the upcoming session, resume, LinkedIn, and also about networking. So networking, I'll be covering about online and offline networking as well. Right. Okay, so without wasting time, we would continue on resume. So today is going to be very interactive, not interactive because I can't see the comment. I really hope I can see the comment, because then I can see what is your current struggle in resume. But no problem, you do write down your comments. I'll reply that after this session. So I'll go through the comment after this session and I will reply it as well. So okay, so all right, resume is really it can be something scary for some people, and it can be a bit how to say, some of you guys will be thinking, I need to put everything in a resume because the resume is the first step that the hiring manager or recruiter will see. So I need to put everything in my resume, my my skills, even what I learned when I was standard 6 or form 1 and form 2. I have to put it all because I need the employee to know that I'm really active. But there's pros and cons in doing that. Number one, it will take a lot of precious space in your resume, in your the most important thing you have to remember is that, as I told on in the previous session as well, recruiter will actually have 2 to 300 applicants per job posting. So imagine I'm a recruiter and have to go through 200 to 300 job applications per job posting. Do you really think I have so much time to see through your resume if it's 6 to 7 pages, if it's 8 pages, if it's even 5 pages? Do you think I really have that much of time and patience and capacity to actually see through all your pages? I'm sure all of you will answer no, because it's not feasible. It's not something that we can do. So my daughter actually has this interest in collecting sticker, and she have done this to all my mugs. So it's all full of childish stickers. So okay, so back to what I was talking about. So do you think a recruiter do have the capacity or even the ability to see all your 5 pages? No. So I really recommend you guys to stick at most 3 pages. Ideally 2 pages if it is possible. I guess 1 page will be too short for you to compile all your, all the skills and ability and knowledge and trainings and your experience in 1 page is a bit, uh, it is, it is possible, but it's not really that effective because you might miss out a lot of important points. But I guess 2 pages would be ideal. Let's say you have a lot of activity that you think is important for you to include. 3 pages 3 pages are still okay in my opinion. So keep it to 2 to 3 pages at max for you to um, grab the recruiter's attention for them to be able to read through your whole resume. Another thing, make good use of the space. Make your resume compact and concise so that you use the pages to your own advantage. We'll get to that in a while. So before that, let me share my screen. Okay, so the question that I get a lot is resume still relevant? With the technology right now, we have LinkedIn where I click and apply. I don't even need my resume. Is resume still relevant, or is it true that recruiter won't really see our resume? They'll just skip through, maybe by using a certain system they have, they will scan through and skip through, but they don't really see my resume. Is it still relevant? My answer for that is yes, of course, resume is still relevant. Whatever happens, the recruiters or the hiring manager will still refer back to your resume. Even though they have their own system, they have their own tracking system, they want you to write down manually whatever it is. If they need more information or they actually shortlist you and you actually made through the first screening session, they will still see your resume, and that would still consider as your first impression or first point of contact with the recruiter or hiring manager. So yes, it is still very, very relevant. And imagine you did not use resume to your advantage. You have missed out certain points, and due to that, the ATS tracking system or the applicant tracking system has actually sidelined your application because you have missed out few skill set. So how then? So in my opinion, resume is still relevant. Whatever it is, the system that they are using, the company is using, the resume will still be skimmed through or scanned through either by manual recruiter or system. They will still use your resume to be able to see whether you're a perfect candidate for the job or not. Okay, so in my opinion, yes, it is still very, very relevant. And I think if you guys actually have seen my previous video, I would say that resume is like Tinder. And for me, that analogy makes perfect sense because in Tinder, while using Tinder, you only have few seconds to decide you want to get to know this person or you do not want to get to know this person. So if you swipe right, means yes, I want to get to know this person more. If you swipe left, that means you do not wish to get to know this person. The same way, if your resume didn't attract the recruiter or the hiring manager, you will be immediately swipe left. That means they do not want to get to know you more. If your resume attracted the recruiter or hiring manager, then they will go to the next step, which is to read through your resume properly or give you a call or call you for an interview, isn't it? All right, so the second thing that I want to highlight right now is during this session is, of course, I am sure a lot of you have gone through many websites to write your resume. Maybe you have seen example or you have seen taken some template and you just follow whatever template that's given. So right now I would like to really highlight what is the most common sections in a resume layout. Of course, please do not forget to write down your name and contact information, because this is how they would contact you if they feel that you are the perfect one to come for the interview or they want to get to know you more. How do they contact you? Make sure it's at the banner or at the first session of your resume. It's easy to refer. It's a customary, that means most of us do that. So as a recruiter, I will immediately, if I want to call you, let's say, I will immediately look at the top or at the banner of the resume, and I do not, please do not put it somewhere else so that I need to go and search. As a recruiter, you do not want to waste your time like that, so try to put it in the first part of your resume. And the second one would be after the name and contact information, the second box will be your professional summary or your career objective. We'll go to that in a moment. The third one would be skills and areas of expertise. Okay, I know I've seen many resumes that after the career objective, they will directly go to their working experience. This is I won't say not recommended, but let's say my eyes, if I let's say I'm the recruiter, I'm looking at your resume, my eyes will go from top to bottom, right? So first I look at your name, second I look at your professional summary, and then the third one, if you directly go to experience, working experience, you are wasting information that you can actually use the third part to give more concrete information or more concrete example of your skill set and areas of expertise. So use that, put like a few bullet points there, or put it in a nice table form of your skills and areas of expertise. And then I recommend you to write down your work experience after the professional summary and skills or areas of expertise. After experience, you can go through education. Okay, this is debatable. Let's say you're a fresh grad. Of course, I will advise you to put education first, and then you go to experience, whether it's an internship, whether it's a part-time job. You write down your education first, but usually for the working experience professional, I'll ask you guys usually to put your working experience first and then go to the education. And lastly, the volunteer work or trainings that you attend, any other continuous education, continuous learning that you have attended, you can actually put it as the last. So basically, this is the layout or the format. Of course, it can change, depends on the industries, but basically that would be the main layout that you should know. Okay, so that's for the layout. Okay, the most important question that I always get is what section is the most important in the resume? Of course, apart from the name and contact information, because that's actually how they the recruiters or hiring manager will contact you. Other than that, this is my opinion that you need to have a, okay, that's the one, professional summary, right? So professional summary, do not confuse this professional summary with career objective. Career objective, basically you are telling the hiring manager what you want in your next career or in your next job. I would like to apply as a IT executive in a very prestigious company. So that would be career objective, what you want in your next career or job. But professional summary is basically summarizing or concisely putting all your skills, your experience, or your achievement in few sentences. That is really, really, really important, because right now you're already highlighting all about you, all the important part about you in just few sentences. It's not easy, but it's doable. You can read about it in internet. You can read about how to properly draft your professional summary, but basically it should really relate back to the job that you target. Remember the first part that I told you that you need to target a job. So let's say you have targeted few jobs, 2 or 3 jobs. You saw the ad and you have targeted this particular job I'm really interested in. Make sure your professional summary is the place that you match your skills, your ability, your trainings, your expertise, or even your experience to the targeted job. So example, I would say that let's say you would like to apply as a administrator in a firm, and you have seen in the job ad they really emphasize on time management skills. So try to put that in your professional summary. Have managed to reduce a certain time cycle. Okay, if you have put that in that way, the recruiters will immediately will see that, oh, this person have done something to improve time cycle, or this person have done something to save time for the company. And we would want to get this kind of administrator, because this is an important skill that we need for this particular job. See, that's how you actually match um, the important skill set in a job ad in your professional summary. Take few important skill set in the job advertisement itself, but make sure you have the skill. You don't go and write something that you are not skilled of, or you do not have the experience. Don't do that. If you have the particular experience, make sure you highlight that in your professional summary itself. So match the um, what your targeted job wants and what you are. You match it as long as you have it. If you don't have it, don't lie. Okay. So I hope it makes sense. Unfortunately, I can't see your comment. I really hope that I can see. Okay, all right. Yeah, I can't really see it, unfortunately. Now I'll go back and see your comments later. Please don't forget to comment. I hope this is okay. This is the first time I'm using streaming app. Okay, all right. We'll go to the next one, because I think we have few things to cover before we end the session. All right, this is another thing that I really want to highlight today. Pro tip: resume is not a list of your JD, your job description. This is what everyone will do, and I'm not sure why. Remember what is your job description. Remember, when you go to the your new job, you got a new job. Let's say you are a technical manager in a job. On your first day, you'll be giving all this kit that, and also includes your job description. Job description is mainly describing what a technical manager do, what they do in their um, day-to-day life or working life, and also what are the performance criteria for the technical manager. So that is job description, what they do. But do not confuse that with resume. Resume is not a list of your job description, but rather it is a list of skill sets, your experience, and also your achievement, your trainings, that shows the hiring manager or recruiter that you are fit for the job. So don't just simply copy and paste your job description to the resume. That is totally wrong. Oh, okay. I can actually see your comments now. Hi, but I can't see your name. It's okay. I'll come and get back to you later. All right. So basically, don't ever do this. You can refer to the job description. Yes, fine. Because in fact, sometimes you want to refer to a certain skills. Totally fine. Go to the job description that you have, refer to the listing, refer to the skills, totally fine. But do not copy paste your job description to your resume. Try to tailor or customize your resume according to what is your targeted job is. So no, resume is not a list of job description. It is actually merely highlighting your skill set, your achievement, your knowledge. Please use this as for your advantage. Highlight all the positive thing about you. You have a certain skill set that you think you would stand out. Write it down. Put it maybe in the first bullet point, because it is something that makes you stand out. So use your resume for your advantage. Resume is basically selling yourself. Selling yourself, selling your skills, selling your whatever that you need to show the hiring manager. So use it to your advantage. If you just copy and paste, means you are wasting your resume space. You see, you are just not highlighting what you are as a person, as a worker, as a employee, as a colleague. So all right, so some of you guys can ask me, so okay, I know, how do I do that? How do I actually show that I'm fit for the job? How do I show that I'm skilled in that particular position? There are two things, a couple of things that I would like to highlight. Number one, do a keyword research. And the second one is find out what are the skill set required for the position. Okay, keyword research. What is keyword research? It's actually quite it's not as difficult as how it sounds. You actually can go to Google. We'll use the same example, technical manager, for example. Technical manager needs a certain skill set. So you go and find in Google technical manager skills. That's all. It's so easy. And then you'll get like a general description of the skill set. So that's how you do keyword research. Keyword research means in a more general terms, as a technical manager, what really is needed, the skills that are needed. However, the second one, skills required, will be very specific for the position. Let's say you have targeted three job. You have targeted these three particular job advertisement or job posting. Then you can find the exact skills required. So write down, highlight it, or do whatever that can actually make the skill set stand out. So when you develop your own resume, you can pick that skill set and highlight it in your resume. Make sure you do that, because that's really important. And I'll tell you why later in a while. So I have got a user here that asked, do I need an objective on my resume? I mean, is it a must? Okay, at the beginning of this session, I've actually talked about the difference between the professional summary and also career objective. So professional summary is basically highlighting your skills or your experience or whatever it is. However, career objective is actually telling the hiring manager what you want in your career, in your next job, in your next career. What do you want to be? Example objective will be something like, I my career objective is to be a technical manager in a prestigious firm, is to be a really knowledgeable technical manager in a very prestigious company. Example. So that is what you want to be. So what I suggested earlier in this video as well, try not to use career objective, because I think it's a waste of space. There is a reason why you applied to that particular job, so you do not need to put it back in your resume. It's like yes, I applied for technical manager, and I'm also reiterating or repeating that in my resume. So it's really not a must. If you ask me, it's not even necessary. However, professional summary is something that you need to consider including in your resume. In fact, that I really suggest you should include professional summary, because professional summary is the section that you can highlight your skills, your trainings, experience that fits to the client. Okay, I've actually shared that is earlier in this video. We can go back later and check it out as well. So right, we have talked about keyword research, skills required, how to do keyword research, and also skills. Number one, keyword research you can do by just typing in Google what is the skills required in for a personal assistant. If you look at this job, I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, but I hope you can, because I don't know why I can't really share that screen only. This is the only way I can do it. Right, I'll try. Oh yes, I can do it. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, please drop your comment, because I'm just playing with this new thing, a broadcasting app. If it works, I'm actually using the free version. So if it works, maybe I'll consider upgrading it. Okay, so I told you how you need to do your keyword research. You can actually just Google keywords for personal keyword or skills needed for personal assistant, and you might something like this might come out. or you might actually be brought to few job advertisement. It depends. So this is how you do it. Go to the job, how to say, the job description or the job posting or whatever it is. You see all these verbs. I would call this more like verbs, right? Verbs is kata kerja, right? Yes. Administrative, operational, secretarial task, screening, attending calls, emails, scheduling appointments, maintaining diaries. You see, communication, company events, organizing, right? And these are the important language that you can see like it's really important for them. English, Bahasa Malaysia, translating documents from Mandarin, so you need Mandarin as well. All these are keywords. Let's say you have all these, you can pick few lah. Let's say you feel that, oh, I've actually done company event before and it was really successful. Okay, use that in your professional summary. Managed company event for 300 plus employee with a minimal budget. You see, that's how you tailor it. You actually took this particular skill and put it in your professional summary, saying that I have this skill. Not only I have this skill, but I have done it, and this is how I've done it. So it's very, very clear to the recruiter when they see your resume. Okay. Next, this is really important for you to just read and understand. Resume is a document that you should not take lightly, as it is your first impression. Most of you all, resume is your first impression. In very, very rare cases that they will just directly call you, or they will directly find you from somewhere, or just took your LinkedIn profile and they are happy with it. Most of the recruiters will actually refer to resume as their first point of contact. Okay, so I think we have covered most of it. Basically, today will be a lot more on professional summary, because I really, really think this is a place that you can take advantage on, especially when you, let's say, when you really want that particular job. You have already tailored you want to tailor to that particular job that you have already targeted. This is really the job that I want. Professional summary is really not to be missed, because that's where you really will need to, you can customize according to what the company or the hiring manager or the recruiter needs. So for all of you, I have a special offer. It's not really offer lah. It's free. So I'm doing a free resume review. If you have checked my website, you would have found this. But I'm telling you anyway, so that you can take advantage of it. I would basically, of course, it wouldn't be very comprehensive, but I try to be as comprehensive that I can. I'll talk about layout. I'll talk about, are you using your verbs properly? Are you using your action words? Is there some point that you have missed? Or is it pleasant for the eyes when I'm looking at it? So I would use a 6-second scan test. That is what most of the recruiters will use when they look at your resume. Means the recruiter or hiring manager will actually spend approximately 6 seconds to scan through your resume. So that is what I will do when I look at your resume. I'll scan through for 6 seconds, and then I'll give you a review based on what I can see within the 6 seconds. So you guys can try this, and I'll try to respond to you guys within this weekend. You can either email me, it's very easy, hello@anuharan.com, or you can just go to my website if you are familiar. Here, resume writing tab, and you can drop it or upload your file here. Select file and just upload it, and I'll get the notification. So, right, I guess that's all. Okay, I guess that's all for today. I hope today was a bit enlightening, gave you some kind of enlightenment. So if there's any question, please do drop your comment box. I'll try to respond on that. And if you really like this app that I'm using, if you think it's very useful for me to share the PowerPoint and also show my face, do let me know as well. Or if you do not want to see my face and you just say that, I know, next time don't show your face, just show the slide is enough. Also tell me, so that we will work towards that, because I finally found a an app that I can use both. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you next Wednesday where we will talk about LinkedIn. It's going to be really interesting as well. I'll do a PowerPoint just like this. Thank you. Bye.